Welcome to 15-Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is Saturday the 13th of March 2021, and we are about to enter Plymouth Point. Open the house. Hey guys!
Hi!
So who's here today then?
Hiya!
We are joined by the wonderful
Vicki.
Deborah Wise,
Hello!
the amazing Mr. Laurie Wise.
Yeah.
I now realise that I don't know your surname, did you? Hi, Ovi.
Ovi is good, thank you. Hi, James.
Hi. And last but not least, Miss Victoria Webber.
Hello!
So, Vicky, do you want to tell us why we're all gathered here today on this special occasion?
It's my birthday.
Yay!
So we're going to do a theatre-y gamey thingy on the Zoom.
Very exciting.
Theatre-y gamey thing.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is. It just looks, it's like a mystery solving, don't really know what's going to happen.
I've got a couple of lines here. An immersive theatrical thriller. The at-home experience starts on Zoom for you and up to 5 others. 1, 2, yes. Be transported into a world of conspiracy, cults, and corporate deceit. Ivy has gone missing. The residents of Plymouth Point are concerned. Gather your team and get your ticket to join the Residents Watch emergency meeting. There we go.
Sounds concise.
Yeah.
It's
Has anyone done
exciting.
anything like this before?
No.
Never,
Not an
never.
online murder mystery thing, no.
No. So,
I read one of those adventure books once.
I used to love choosing an adventure. All right, so we're gonna get in and solve the mystery. We've got how long, Deborah? An hour?
We've got an hour, but I think they'll push it to a further 10 minutes if needed. I think maximum
we won't need
would be
that.
70 minutes.
We'll probably be out in half an hour.
We're going to be, with our thinking brains on, we're going to be smashing this.
Do you think we should organise our skills? What skills we can bring to the table?
Well, just to remind you all that I got both my crystals when we did the crystal maze.
Yeah, I didn't get any.
Yeah, I got crystals.
Why
No.
our internet connection is unstable.
Well,
Don't worry, you just carry on.
So what are we all bringing to the party then? I'm bringing looks.
That's going to be really helpful. Yep. I shall bring my organisational skills, pen and paper at the ready.
Nice.
Bang. What about you,
I
Laurie?
will bring indecision.
Of it.
I'll question everything.
Like it.
Oh.
Yes.
Trust nothing. And Vicky, what are you bringing?
I'm quite good at Cluedo, so I'm hoping
Ah.
that will help.
All right. So we'll see you all.
I believe. Sorry, I believe we have to read everything very thoroughly because their words. The devil is in the detail.
Oh, I can read.
I'm not really
Yeah,
a
I can
detailed
read.
person,
You can't.
so I'm going to leave
All
the
right,
detail
leave
to
it up
you
to
guys,
Vicki and I then.
and I'm going to drink my gin and tonic and get slowly drunk. Okay, so we're back. We have just done Plymouth Point. Now, just before we start, I'm just going to say we're not going to do any spoilers. So if you are thinking of doing it yourselves, don't worry, we're not giving anything away. So let's just go round the houses and start with the birthday girl. What did you think? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it actually. It was sort of quite tense at points.
It certainly was.
We had to use our brains, which I haven't done for a while, so that was quite exciting.
Ah.
Yeah, I liked it.
What about you, Deborah?
Yes, I think what was really nice was the intertwining of real things, real historical facts, as well as the kind of the multimedia, looking at various websites, social media, YouTube, Facebook, that kind of thing, and sort of working together as a team to try and beat the clock. And we managed to beat the clock by a good, 35 minutes?
Significantly.
No, we did it in 35 minutes, I think. It was quite fast paced, and it kind of gave you an insight into what it must really be like for detectives to kind of work with all these kind of mediums, read documents, and get to it. The end was a bit confusing though, but I get it that that there is a second part to this.
It also gives a bit of an insight into what we're all like under pressure. What do you reckon?
Pretty calm, I'd say.
Yeah, we were good. It seemed like we were almost frantic at sometimes, though. It felt like we were going off on a tangent. It's like, we should probably go back to that bit a bit later. But
there was definitely
seemingly we were definitely following the way it's designed.
A logic. There was definitely a logic, a method.
Yeah, that one.
It was like a much more exciting version of Treasure Hunt on Channel 4, I thought.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
You know Treasure Hunt, they all used to sit around a table, didn't
they? With Annika Rice.
Yeah. And then,
yeah, very similar.
Yeah. Ovi, is he there?
Ovi had to go to the shop.
Fair enough.
Apparently on a
is there anything that, can I just talk about the performances? What do we think of the films, the actors, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the leader of the Resident Association, the chair, if that was her, she was very good.
She was very believable, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. She wasn't too actory.
Yeah. And then you had the voice acting of there's a YouTuber guy that you meet. You hear some voice recordings.
Yeah, that was good.
He was very good.
I love the way as well, because I listened to another podcast called The Unexplained, which is all about conspiracy theories. And they always have this Northern guy on talking about these conspiracy theories to remind me of him.
Yeah, and that's what this is as well. Like when Deborah was talking about where it's linked to kind of real folklore.
Yeah.
Events. They've designed it in a real clever way, so it has got that sort of conspiracy theory line to it.
Laurie, you do know Halloween 3 isn't real, don't you?
Don't tell me that ever again. No, I don't know that.
All right. Is there anything that you thought they could have done better, didn't like, without the spoilers? Victoria, start with you.
I feel like it ended a bit abruptly. Like I didn't feel like we'd finished with our investigation.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't want to spoil it.
I think it's a bit of a shame because there's no real reason why it has to be so time constrained. So we could have spent, if we know we had to do it and finish it as quick as we can, but it would have been nice to have a bit more time to look around the websites and things like that. What do you think?
Yes, because I think there's a lot of work that has gone into those websites.
Yeah, we didn't know how much further we had to go, I guess.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It might just be from a technical element that they need to keep it because they send us messages, that kind of thing. It needs to sort of flow. That's probably why. But
there's also that framing though, similar to an escape room, isn't it? So you're all together and you're all just really motivated. But that's right. Maybe
they're not going to be locked in a room with you guys. No way.
Well, it turns out we're great. We're really good.
Well, you lot are pretty good.
You were great too. You made the phone call, but the way it could have been improved, not really. But what would have been great, maybe we'd get an actual phone call. Maybe one of us.
I think that's in the next
phone call.
I think that's in the
second
part.
They kind of preempted that. Would you
knock on the door at the end?
Would you be interested, hypothetically, to go and do the God at the door? If someone knocked at the door, I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Would after doing this, would you be interested in going on to the next stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think.
Was it reasonably? What's the price of the water? How much does the water cost?
Season 2.
Well, I think for what it is, it's quite reasonably priced.
Yeah, I think it's very reasonably priced. It's quite fun to do, work together as a team. I think sharing the screen could be a bit problematic sometimes, but I think, were you able, because I was the one that did the screen sharing, were you able to see most of it apart from that kind of little
Yeah,
bits at the
yeah.
end.
It was only towards the end when I had to take over and like run the thing. That. All right. So, should we give it a mark out of 10 each? I'll start. I am gonna give it, and I'd like to say 8.5, but I'm not gonna give half. So I'm gonna give it an 8. I thought it was good, but it would have been nice to have a bit more awareness of where we were to maybe be encouraged to take our time a little bit more. It was so quick that you're not really. I didn't have time to absorb the information enough. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it would have been nice to see what work they did put into all of this stuff and explore the website. So I think a 7 maybe.
Okay. Good score though. Laurie.
I love the fact that they put it in that folklore. I love a bit of like paganism and a bit of sacrifice. Really great. Reminded me a little bit. It could have been inspired. That League of Gentlemen kind of feel. Kind of cool. I'm going 7. No, 7.
7. Right. Okay. Great. And birthday girl.
I'd give it an 8 as well. I feel like it was really well done for what it was. It was obviously a lot of work gone into it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, it just ended a bit abruptly, and I didn't really feel like we'd accomplished the mission.
Yeah, the conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we'd done that.
Yeah.
So that's my only sort of fault with it, really. But I thought it was really good. It was really engaging. Yeah, I liked it.
Maybe, if each section had been time limited in, so you're kind of locked into an area for a certain amount of time before release to the next thing. I know you're going all over the internet, but that would have given you time to do that, maybe. Or not. All right, well,
it's very hard to decide, wouldn't it?
It'd be hard to decide, but also hard to tell whether or not you're still, you're against now a 5-minute pocket of time, and you're still not looking at the all the amazing work that they've put into these sites.
I'd like to know how quick we were compared to other teams. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be good. I think if they could have come up at the end, and I think the photo,
leaderboard.
The photo of us at the end is fantastic. It's a really good idea. A very good point in the game. I think that's really good.
That's right.
But a leaderboard would be,
All right.
Where are we in the scheme of things?
So just to say about that photo is really great, and they decided to take that photo shot just the way, like a fairground ride. The most scariest part of the fairground ride, take the photo and try and sell it to you for a very unreasonable price. But they took that photo just at the right point in this, where everyone's screaming at the screen.
Yeah,
really good.
Brilliant. Well, it gets a 50-minute theatre rating of 3.75 stars, which is pretty good indeed. They ran it up to about 4-star rating. Excellent. So, guys, that's a theatre bell. So you all know what that means. And Victoria, certainly you do, don't you?
I do. We've run out of time.
So what does it mean? Do you want to say it? Do you want to talk it out?
It means the end of this episode of the podcast is nigh.
It means the curtain's down, the theatre's dark, and that was 15-minute theatre. Good night.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter, and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.